In 2024, Pope Francis embarked on one of the most ambitious series of apostolic journeys of his papacy, significantly impacting communities worldwide. This year marked a pivotal chapter in his commitment to engaging with marginalized groups and addressing pressing issues like social justice, interfaith dialogue, environmental stewardship, and peace in the Mediterranean. Pope Francis turned his attention inward at the start of the year, visiting several Italian cities, Trieste, Verona, and Venice, focusing on local concerns and reaffirming the Church's role in promoting peace and dialogue. In Venice, he emphasized environmental stewardship, reflecting his dedication to preserving cultural and ecological heritage. However, his global journeys defined his 2024 apostolic missions. His 45th apostolic journey in September took him to Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, and Singapore over 12 days, the longest of his papacy. Each stop was chosen to address significant social issues and encourage interfaith dialogue. In Indonesia, he met religious leaders to promote peace in a nation characterized by religious diversity. In Papua New Guinea, he called for environmental protection, addressing climate change's impact on local communities. In Timor-Leste, a country with a rich Catholic heritage, he celebrated a historic Mass attended by nearly half the population, delivering a message of healing and reconciliation. In Singapore, he praised the success of its multi-ethnic society and urged nations to uphold social justice and fair treatment of migrant workers. From September 26th to 29th, he visited Luxembourg and Belgium, emphasizing unity amid rising secularism. In Luxembourg, he met with European leaders to discuss the Church's role in advocating for human rights. In Belgium, he warned against the erosion of Christian values, calling for a renewed commitment to the common good. The highlight of his 2024 journeys was his historic visit to Corsica on December 15th, the first papal visit to the island. The visit featured vibrant expressions of faith, including outdoor masses and traditional processions. He underscored the importance of preserving spiritual traditions in an increasingly secular society, reaffirming his commitment to the Mediterranean's rich cultural and spiritual heritage. A defining aspect of Pope Francis's 2024 journeys was his focus on the peripheries of the world, regions often overlooked by global powers. Whether in remote Pacific islands or the Mediterranean, he consistently emphasized the church's duty to serve those on the margins, regardless of geography, faith, or social status. He stated, "The church must always be a field hospital, offering healing and hope to those most in need." We are called to be a sign of God's love, reaching out to all corners of the earth, especially where there is suffering and division. As the year concludes, Pope Francis's apostolic journeys remind us that the Church's mission extends beyond the Vatican, reaching into the lives of everyday people and offering hope in the darkest places. Through these travels, he led by example, inspiring many to continue the work of peace and solidarity he champions. In his own words, we are called to be pilgrims of peace and bearers of hope in a world that is constantly in need of both. His 2024 apostolic journeys powerfully embodied this calling, serving as a beacon of light for the church and the world during these challenging times.